Oakmont Country Club is a country club in Plum and Oakmont, suburbs of Pittsburgh in western Pennsylvania. Established in 1903, its golf course is regarded as the oldest top-ranked golf course in the United States. Quote, "It was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1987. The Pennsylvania Turnpike separates 7 holes, 2 to 8, from the rest of the course. Oakmont's course, the only design by Henry Founds, opened 115 years ago in 1903, with a crew of 150 men and a little under 24 mule teams. Henry Founds spent a year building Oakmont on old farmland, which was ideal for a links-style course. It straddles the Allegheny River Valley and uniquely has virtually no water hazards. And, since 2007, almost no trees. With a USGA course rating of 77.5 and some 200 bunkers, it is generally regarded in the golf community as one of the most difficult in the United States. It features large, extremely fast, and undulating greens. All are original, but the 8th, which was moved several yards to the left to make way for the Pennsylvania Turnpike in the late 1940s. Originally a links course, trees were added in the 1950s–1960s. Most were removed beginning after the 1994 U.S. Open, with between 5,000 and 8,000 eliminated during a 2007 renovation alone. Greens are planted with poa annua, and par for members is 71. The course is also noted for its slope. In particular, on holes 1, 3, 10, and 12, the greens pitch away from the fairway. One of Oakmont's most famous hazards is the church pews bunker that comes into play on the 3rd and 4th holes. It measures approximately 100 by 40 yards, 91 by 37 meters, and features 12 grass-covered traversing ridges that resemble church pews. For many years, Oakmont's bunkers were groomed with a rake with wider than normal tines, creating deep furrows. The rakes were last used in U.S. Open competition in 1962 and eliminated from the club in 1964. Rankings. The course has been consistently ranked as one of the 5 best by Golf Digest 100 Greatest Golf Courses in America. In 2007, Oakmont was placed in 5th by the magazine. It is one of only a few courses ranked every year in the top 10 of the publication's history. The top 50 toughest courses ranks Oakmont also at number 5, while GolfLink.com ranks it at number 3 overall. Oakmont Scorecard, a hole-by-hole course map from Golf Magazine, June 2007, can be viewed here. 1. Flyovers of the holes can be seen here. 2. Major championships. Oakmont has hosted the U.S. Open 9 times, more than any other course, most recently in 2016, and is scheduled for its 10th in 2025. It has also hosted 3 PGA championships, 5 U.S. Amateurs, 3 NCAA Division I Men's Golf Championships, and 2 U.S. Women's Opens. In total championships hosted, 21. It also far outranks any other course. U.S. Opens. Photo galleries of the U.S. Opens at Oakmont from the USGA's official site can be seen here. 3 equals 1927 equals. The first U.S. Open at Oakmont was won by Tommy Armour, who defeated Harry Cooper in an 18-hole Friday playoff. Their 72-hole score was 301, plus 1-3. The par 72 course played to 6,929 yards, 6,336 meters. In 1927, the first and ninth holes were both par 5. 4. The average score for the field was 78.6, plus 6.6, and the field recorded just 2 rounds under par. The total purse of prize money was $800, $11,270 in 2017 dollars. 5 equals 1935 equals. Won by Sam Parks, Jr. at 11 strokes over par. The par 72 course played to 6,981 yards, 6,383 meters. In 1935, and the average score for the field was 80.55, plus 8.55, and the field recorded 3 rounds under par. The total purse of prize money was $5,000, $89,248 in 2017 dollars, with a winner's share of $1,000, $17,850 in 2017 dollars. Equals 1953 equals. Ben Hogan won the second of his 3 straight majors in 1953 at Oakmont by 6 strokes, coming in at 5 under par. Scheduling conflicts made it impossible to win all 4 majors that year, as the late rounds of the PGA Championship, then a match play event, and the mandatory 36-hole qualifier directly preceding the British Open overlapped in early July. Hogan won of the Masters by 5 strokes and the British Open at Carnoustie by 4 strokes. The par 72 Oakmont course played at 6,916 yards, 6,324 meters. In 1953, and the average score for the field was 77.12, plus 5.12. The field recorded 20 rounds under par. The purse was $14,900 and the champion earned $5,000. $136,287 and $45,734 in 2017 dollars. Equals 1962 equals. At the 1962 U.S. Open, an up-and-coming 22-year-old named Jack Nicklaus defeated the world's top player at the time, the 33-year-old Arnold Palmer, in a Sunday playoff round in Palmer's backyard. Both competitors had completed the 72 holes with a 283-1. It was the first professional victory for Nicklaus, and the first of his 18 professional majors. Palmer won the next major, the 1962 British Open, and his 4th Masters in 1964, but never another U.S. Open. In 1962, par was reduced by a stroke to 71. The first hole became a par 4, and the course length was slightly reduced to 6,893 yards, 6,303 meters. The average score for the field was 75.86, plus 4.86, and the field recorded 19 rounds under par. The purse was $81,600 and the champion earned $17,500, $660,161 and $141,579 in 2017 dollars. Equals 1973 equals. Johnny Miller shot a final round 63-8 to set a record low score at AU.S. Open, and finished at 279-5 to win by 1 stroke in 1973. Following an overnight rainstorm, Miller entered the final round in 12th place at 3 over. 6 strokes behind the 4 co-leaders. Miller had carded a disappointing 5 over 76 on Saturday, and his tee time on Sunday was about an hour ahead of the final pairing, which included Arnold Palmer. Miller birdied the first 4 holes and hit all 18 greens in regulation, and used only 29 putts. Miller and 4 others were the only ones to break par during the final round in 1973. The par 71 course played at 6,921 yards, 6,329 meters, and the average score for the field was 75.45, plus 4.45, and the field recorded 40 rounds under par. The purse was $219,400 and the champion earned $35,000. $1.21 million and $192,946 in 2017 dollars. Miller's low score, 9 birdies with 1 bogey, led the USGA to set up the course at the following year's championship, now known as the Massacre at Winged Foot, in an extremely challenging manner. Hale Irwin's winning score in 1974 was 7 strokes over par. Johnny Miller's 63. Club selection and results, June 17, 1973, equals 1983 equals. In 1983, Larry Nelson was at 148, plus 6, after the first 2 rounds. He then established the 36-hole record at the U.S. Open when he finished 65-67 to finish at 280. -4, 1 stroke ahead of runner-up and defending champion Tom Watson. Nelson's 2-round total of 132, -10, broke the 51-year-old record by 4 shots, established by Gene Sarazen in 1932. Nelson's record, although not receiving level acclaim to Miller's 63 finish, stood until 2011 when it was broken by Rory McIlroy. The par 71 course played at 6,972 yards, 6,375 meters, in 1983, and the average score for the field was 76.13, plus 5.13, and the field recorded 27 rounds under par. The purse was $506,184 and the champion earned $72,000. $1.24 million and $176,909 in 2017 dollars. Equals 1994 equals. In 1994, a 24-year-old Ernie Els outlasted Lauren Roberts and Colin Montgomery in another Monday playoff round to capture the U.S. Open, his first major and first victory in the U.S. It was the first three-way playoff at the U.S. Open since 1963. The three in the playoff completed the 4 rounds at 279, -5, but all were well over par early in the playoff round, played in oppressive heat and humidity. As temperatures approached 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, Montgomery shot a 42 on the front 9, ending at 78, +7, and was eliminated. But Els and Roberts were tied at 3 over 74, with Roberts missing a short putt on the 18th hole to win outright. So they kept playing as a sudden death playoff. On the second extra hole, Roberts bogeyed and Els made a par to win the championship. The par 71 course played at 6,946 yards, 6,351 meters, in 1994, and the average score for the field was 74.25, plus 3.25. The field recorded 62 rounds under par. The purse was $1.75 million and the champion earned $320,000. $2.89 million and $528,352 in 2017 dollars. Equals 2007 equals. Angel Cabrera of Argentina shot 285, +5, in 2007. 1 stroke ahead of runners-up Tiger Woods and Jim Furyk. A course renovation had deepened the bunkers and removed over 4,000 trees that had been planted, mostly in the 1960s, returning the course to its original links-style appearance. The course was lengthened to 7,230 yards, 6,611 meters, and par was reduced by a stroke to 70. As the uphill ninth hole became a par 4, the par 3 eighth hole played at 300 yards, 274 meters. In round 4, the par 5 12th hole at over 660 yards, 604 meters, and the par 4 15th at 500 yards, 457 meters. The average score for the field in 2007 was 75.72, plus 5.72, with every hole averaging an over par score. The field recorded just 8 rounds under par, only 2 per round. Cabrera had 2 of these subpar rounds, shooting a 69-1 on Thursday and Sunday. The weather was much more agreeable than in 1994. The high temperatures were 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 to 27 degrees Celsius for the first 3 rounds, and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius for the final round, and there were no weather delays in any of the rounds. The total purse was $7.0 million and the champion earned $1.26 million. $8.26 million and $1.49 million in 2017 dollars. 2016 . The club hosted the U.S. Open for a record 9th time in 2016, and Dustin Johnson shot 276-4 to win his first major title by 3 strokes. 2025 . Oakmont is scheduled to host its 10th U.S. Open in 2025, as announced by the USGA in June 2016. Quotes from notable golfers. USGA Senior Director of Rules and Competitions Mike Davis. There's a reason the U.S. Open is coming back to Oakmont. This really is the gold standard for championship golf. It doesn't get any better than Oakmont. Quote, Lee Trevino. There's only one course in the country where you could step out right now, and play the U.S. Open, and that's Oakmont. Quote, Phil Mickelson. It's really a neat, special place. Quote, Johnny Miller. It's probably the best course in the world. This is the greatest course I've ever played. Quote, on Oakmont's greens, Tiger Woods. That golf course is going to be one of the toughest tests that we've ever played in a U.S. Open. Especially if it's dry. It will be unreal because those greens are so severe. Quote, Arnold Palmer. You can hit 72 greens in regulation in the Open at Oakmont and not come close to winning. Quote, Rocco Mediate said of the greens that they are almost impossible. Sam Snead once quipped that he tried to mark his ball on one of Oakmont's greens but the coin slid off. Lee Trevino claimed every time he two-putted at Oakmont he knew he was passing somebody on the leaderboard. Johnny Miller said that Oakmont's are the greatest set of greens for testing a player's ability to putt. USGA Senior Director Mike Davis. Quote, Oakmont's greens are the scariest in golf. Quote, Stimpmeter. The Stimpmeter, a device for measuring the speed of greens, was developed by Edward Stimpson, 1904 to 1985, an accomplished amateur player from Massachusetts. Shortly after attending the 1935 U.S. Open at Oakmont. See also, List of National Historic Landmarks in Pennsylvania. National Register of Historic Places listings in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. Further reading. Ward Thomas, P. Wind, H. W. Price, C. Thompson, P. 2002. World Atlas of Golf. London. Hamlin. ISBN 0-600-60720-8. CS1 maint. Multiple names. Authors list. Link. Official website. USGA Series on America's Toughest Course Part 1. U.S. Open video of all 8 tournaments at Oakmont. U.S. Open. Com 2007 U.S. Open Fact Sheet. 2007 U.S. Open. Course Statistics. All rounds. Oakmont Guide at Golf Club Atlas. Com. GCSAA. Org. Superintendent's Fact Sheet 2007 U.S. Open. Description of Oakmont's clubhouse.